Hello, this is Brian Chatham, Regional Agronomist with Ducks Unlimited. I want to talk to you today about 60-inch versus 30-inch corn, the whys and the hows of it. The purpose of 60-inch corn is to grow a full season cover crop that can be grazed in a regenerative ag program. This helps get livestock on the landscape, protect the soil, maintain diversity of crops being grown. These full season covers are interseeded somewhere between the V5 to V7 stages of growth in the 60-inch corn, which means 5 to 7 leaves. This will ultimately create a stronger bottom line, reduced chemical inputs, increased yields, along with forage value that cannot be replaced. A little bit about this site. It's a 40-acre site in Central South Dakota. In 2019, it was oats. After the oats was harvested, the full season covers were then grazed. In 2020, it was 60-inch corn with full season covers interseeded. Then it was grazed. The 60-inch corn yielded 130 bushels per acre across the field. This year, we received less than 2 inches of rain during the growing season. This corn will yield 105 bushels per acre and will graze 100 head of cows for up to 28 days. You can see the major difference between the 60-inch and the 30-inch corn. This is 30-inch corn that I'm walking through currently. The 60-inch actually has a whole lot more forage in it. There's actually a 70% reduction in forage in 30-inch. And then this year, the 30-inch corn was 2 bushels per acre less yield-wise. And we'll look at those yields in a moment. But you can see the lack of growth here. Both row spacings were planted at 24,000 per acre. And all of it had the exact same fertilizer applied. There was 80 units of nitrogen applied, and then according to the Haney test, there was around 75 available units in the ground present when we planted. Here you can see the yields. These are some really nice corn ears here. That's in the 60-inch corn, and we just randomly picked these. These were growing. Some really nice stuff got going on here. And here you can see the different diversities of the covers growing in here. I'll talk about the diversity of the cover crop mixes on another video. But right here you have 30-inch corn or 30-inch on the left and 60-inch on the right. You notice the tip back in this. We had, during pollination, we had 10 days that was over 100 degrees and no water, so that caused lack of pollination. Here we can see the herbicide and how effective the herbicide was. These fields had no pre-plant herbicide and were sprayed prior to planting covers with 28 ounces of glyphosate only. You can see how clean the field is with little to no weed pressure. And actually, the University of Missouri just published a study this week that indicated weed pressure was drastically decreased by using a cover crop system. Again, you can note the tip back there. But we do have pretty nice yields with the year we've had with the heat and the lack of rain. These are nice fields, a lot of forage, decent yields. Despite the tough year, the farmer was well pleased with this. Never mind the amount of forage that he's going to be able to get out here, plus the soil health. So next year he will seed in between the 60-inch rows in the direct center to take advantage of the nutrients that the cover crops put down. These cover crops were interseeded with a no-till drill that was modified to fit in between the rows, and GPS was obviously used. And this was we used 3 different blends. We'll talk about those, but you can see the diversity in here, the amount of forage that the animals are going to have, and how significant this will be next year. We look at soil tilth and the soil structure here in a few moments, and we can see the differences that occur in these. But overall, this is an excellent system to go to. The big picture here is you're not going to break any record-breaking yields with 60-inch corn. It can yield nicely. The purpose of the 60-inch corn is to get a profit off of the grain, but also get a return on your investment with the livestock grazing. Would not recommend 60-inch corn to anybody who does not have livestock or does not contract graze. But overall, this is an excellent system, a regenerative ag system that can produce some healthy yields, put some record-breaking nutrients back in the ground. We have some of these plants that can put up to 170 units of nitrogen back in the ground, and overall soil health is built up. So we have a really good program here for a farmer to use and utilize, so he doesn't have to buy a lot of feed and he can actually grow his feed cheaper. Stay tuned for more videos.